Hello, it's day 149, and I want to talk about Jennette McCurdy's memoir. Listen, I never watched iCarly. I'm too old for it. I missed it. I've never seen a single episode, not even in reruns. But when I was recommended Jennette McCurdy's memoir to read, I was interested in it simply because, as a teacher, I'm interested in people who had non-traditional childhoods, like how it shaped them and how it made them who they are. However, in reading this memoir, I was not expecting it to be as triggering as it was. I also had kind of a non-traditional childhood in a certain way, and a lot of the things that she said could have been written in one of my journals. And from what I understand, a lot of the reviews have been saying that. A lot of people who have gone through a lot of very deep-seated eating disorders or family trauma, they also say that, what she says rings very true. So if you just want a review of the memoir, 10 out of 10, would recommend. I'm not finished with it yet, not quite, but, it doesn't feel as long as it looks. It's one of those books. You pick it up and you're like, this might take a little while to read, and then you're done with it in 2 days. But as somebody who is literally making 365 videos about dieting and how weight has affected her life, boy, oh boy, when she started talking about her eating disorder, I had to put the book down for a little while. When she talked about restriction and calorie counting and having that partner in the family who was helping her along with it, and how she felt so proud of herself when she was eating the lower calorie or leaving food on the plate, man, it shot me right back to college when I was doing 600 calorie days and drinking nothing but coffee and slugging Slim Fast, even though there was nothing in the world I wanted to drink less. But where Jennette McCurdy was very deeply into anorexia, I was always on a binge restrict cycle. I would restrict very, very heavily, really, really tightly, and then I would go through and just have a smorgasbord binge, usually on weekends, where I would consume 6,000 calories, no problem. That would be an easy day for me. So it was either 600 calories or 6,000 calories. There was no in between for me. And my weight would fluctuate in such an unpleasant way where I would feel really happy and accomplished if my weight went down, and really scared and alone if it went up. And the scariest part about reading her memoir is I realized how fragile my current success really is. I haven't been using intuitive eating for very long, you guys. I haven't been doing it for that long at all. I tried it out a couple months ago. It scared me so much that I went back to a binge restrict cycle, and now I've been doing it seriously for only about a month. And while my weight has stabilized, that's not really the thing that has impressed me about it. It's the fact that I'm eating in a much more healthy way. I don't have long periods of nothing followed by really short, dense periods of everything. I'm just eating moderately throughout the day. And sure, I forget my lunch still, but even on days I forget my lunch, which is probably about 80% of the time, I'm still trying to eat something on those days, rather than trying to just power through like I used to. So if you're struggling with your diet, if you're struggling with an eating disorder in any way, or if you're struggling with family trauma, I would suggest reading this book. I think it's very honest, it's very well written, and I think that the truths ring true no matter what generation you're from. Like I said, I didn't really grow up with Jennette McCurdy, but I found a really deep connection with her, even as somebody who never watched any of her work. So yeah, I'll go back to my normal 365 days of bitching tomorrow, but I just wanted to put that out there. I thought it was interesting, and I think it's something that you guys should check out.